And here's the wild part. The things that Satan is accusing Jeshua of, they're not untrue. He's calling out the sin. He says, look at the things that you struggle with, and you think God's gonna love you? I think for us, this is an easy lie of the enemy to believe. That the thing that we struggle with, we disqualify ourselves often before God, and we say, God couldn't forgive me of this thing that I'm going through. And you know where that comes from? It comes from an enemy who stands before God, who tries to get in your way of your view of God, to say, you don't deserve God's grace. You don't deserve God's forgiveness. You don't deserve his mercy. That punishment that you are owed, God should not be merciful towards you. And the crazy part is, Satan's not wrong. We are not worthy. But what's amazing is, in this vision, God rebukes Satan and says, hey, shut it. It reminds me in the movie Elf, when Walter Hobbs on Christmas Eve has to work because the book has just been absolutely destroyed, and he has this conflict with his son that he just finds out about, Buddy, right? And he upsets Buddy, and Buddy runs away, and his son comes in, and he bursts through the boardroom, and the guy standing there looks at the kid and says, get out of here. Hey, beat it, kid. And Walter Hobbs looks at his son, and his son's looking at him. You know this moment. And he looks back at the publisher, and he knows he has to deliver or his job is gone. He's going to get fired. And he looks back at his son, and rarely has the dad made a good choice in this movie. And he looks at the publisher and he goes, don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to my boy like that. And he storms out. He loses his job, right? But he defends his son. This is what happens to us. We stand before God and we wonder, the accusations get hurled. You think you're deserving of God's mercy? Beat it. Get out of here. You don't deserve to stand in front of God. You don't deserve to stand in front and receive his grace. And our eyes just go to God and we wonder what he's going to say. And God looks at Satan and says, beat it. Get out of here. I don't want to see you. That's the kind of God that we serve.